because when you have things happen, you always have to have a contingency plan, and we did. And one of the people that was very involved in that was Jason Word, who is our manager of public policy. And I'm going to ask him to come up for just a minute to talk a little bit about what MEC will be doing to help keep you informed as we go through this session, and we'll kind of see where we can be that voice for you at the Capitol. Jason, thank you for being here. As I said, thank you for working through the issues and getting the Lieutenant Governor and the Speaker Pro Tem to come over and be with us. You know, this is a 120-day session, and we've started off really kind of interesting the last couple of days with what's going on at the Capitol. We knew this was going to be hectic. We just didn't realize it was going to be quite this hectic. And but one of the long-standing tradition is keeping MEC members connected. Our MEC Scramblers is one of the ways to do that. Can you talk a little bit about what's in store this year for our Scramblers and when they'll start?
Most definitely. Well, first of all, good morning to you all. Thank you, Scott, for being here. And hectic, needless to say. There's a lot going on right now. But typically, as Scott mentioned about our Scrambler breakfasts, we host 5 every session at the museum, Mississippi Museum of Art, and where guests can come and have a great breakfast and connect with our local legislators and kind of hear about the happenings and comings and goings at the Capitol. So we try to keep everybody connected, and once again, it's great breakfast in the morning. So if you don't want to come hear Scott and I talk, you can definitely come get a breakfast.
Well, and that's part of it, and the fact that we're able to have that online is such a big part of helping us get the word out with giving people a voice without question. Right. We talked about it being hectic already the last couple of days because of things that happened, but the next couple of weeks, it'll be a little bit different in a 120-day session. So talk a little bit about when will the filing deadlines be and how would that process work?
As you mentioned, things will probably be a little slower. New administration coming in, as our new legislators, they get used to and meeting their peers and faculty and the other staff and learning the procedural rules at the Capitol. But the first major deadline is about a month away. So then after that, all the deadlines will be generally about a week and a half to 2 weeks after that. So we got a big deadline coming up where filing constitutional amendments and bills, they have to be, I think that's February 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. So it extends a little bit to allow for the selection of committee members, committee chairs, and things of that nature. But once they start filing, they come in like crazy, don't you? One of your jobs is to have to keep up with all those bills that gets filed. How many do you have to usually look at every year?
Most definitely. Thousands of bills are generally filed, but only a few hundred make it through the process. So I'm sure some of my peers here and other fellow lobbyists that deal with the same thing. So it's an exciting time, and we look forward to sifting through all that legislation and working for the state of Mississippi, basically.
And one thing you have started over the last couple of years to help keep our members informed is what you call your Monday Fast Five. It's just an email that goes out to members that kind of gives them some tell us about this and kind of what they can expect to see when they receive the email. So when you receive his email, Fast Five, make sure you open it because here's what you're going to learn.
Thank you. Great plug for that. So you should be receiving that email for next week. So typically, I try to determine and locate pertinent legislation that MEC members are really passionate about and try to give an update to all of our members and watching that bill as it goes through the legislative process. And then also, I think this is maybe our 3rd year for the Fast Five. I like to just add a tidbit Mississippi fact just to go into it, just to kind of break up the monotony of reading about bills. Maybe we can learn something about Mississippi legislative history that most of us don't know all the time. So.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think I've enjoyed when I read that. I kind of enjoyed looking for what is that usually that 5th item is not a true legislative item. It's more something that gives us some information of something that has happened or may be happening as we go forward. If somebody wants to get onto your mailing list that's not receiving those, if they go for a couple of weeks and hadn't seen it, what do they need to do?
Please contact me directly at jword. That's WORD, because some people confuse it with Ward, but jword at msmec.com, and I'll definitely make sure that you're added. And also, I failed to mention that our first Scrambler that's coming up, that's going to be January 24th, and Jones Walker will be our first sponsor. So please be on the lookout for that. And then also, we at registration table, we have a list of our dates, so you can take a screenshot on your phone, or you can just go straight to the website and go ahead and register. Registration is open as of today, so you can go ahead and register for one or all 5 of those events. So.
Well, thank you, and we look forward to seeing y'all there. Jason, appreciate what you do for us at MEC. Appreciate your work this morning in helping us adjust on the fly. Having that contingency plan is always important. We hate we're not going to be able to go to the Capitol this morning, but I think y'all understand exactly why, and we don't want to put anybody in harm's way, even though we don't believe it's a real threat. We just never want to take those chances. But what the staff has done, our staff is tremendous at MEC. We have a team of 11. And some of the things we get done with such a small staff sometimes can be amazing. We also have a great team of people that work with us to do things, both from a legislative lobbying standpoint, from the event standpoint, all the things we do at MEC. So we are going to, if you looked at your agenda, it says lunch starts at 11:30. Our caterer has risen to the occasion, and lunch will start at 11. So in about 5 minutes, the room next, right here to my left, will be opening up. We invite you to make yourself at home. It's a great opportunity to visit with others from across the state, and we appreciate your attendance today at MEC's Capitol Day, and look forward to visiting with y'all throughout the legislative session. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank y'all so much.